All right, guys, I've been looking forward to this one because so many people are asking me about the hydrogen water and what I think. And I finally got somebody who presented me with 3 studies on hydrogen water and asking me, based on these studies, why I don't recommend it. Okay, so if you look at the study design here, the studies are very flawed. And that's where we can learn a lot from this in terms of what constitutes a good study. So if you look at, first of all, the studies go from 4 weeks and 6 weeks, and one of them's 8 weeks long. That is way too short of a study to provide and demonstrate a longevity benefit. You can't say that something's going to give you longevity advantage or actually increase your health span or lifespan based on a 4 to 8 week study. So first of all, I would want to see a study that's much longer. In fact, at least a year or two long that shows a survival benefit, which I haven't seen thus far with hydrogen water. Secondly, if you look at the number of participants in the study, it's very small. They range between 40 and 60 patients, which is, just again, way too small to really demonstrate a statistically significant advantage based on a number of participants being that small. So I'd want to see a much bigger study if we're talking about survival benefit. The third thing I wanted to mention was that the placebo arm of the study, they're really not talking about what type of water people are getting. So we know that in LA, we have arsenic in our drinking water. There's heavy metals that are extremely toxic to your body. So if somebody's getting a purified water that has hydrogen in it versus a water that's loaded with heavy metals, obviously the person that's getting the hydrogen water is going to do better than the control arm because the control arm is getting absolute garbage in their drinking water. So it hasn't been really addressed in the studies. I didn't see if they were talking about what type of water people are getting in the control arm. So for all these reasons, I don't think that these studies are actually good studies. The quality of studies is the most important thing when actually making a recommendation for something scientifically. So I personally can't recommend this to my patients from a standpoint of longevity or promoting anti-aging prospects or helping somebody's long-term health based on the data that's out there right now. If somebody has a better study or has something that is a longer study that has a really big number of participants that clearly demonstrates a longevity benefit without issues with the study that I was just demonstrating earlier, I would love to see it. Please send it my way and we can talk more about it. But based on these 3 studies and what I know so far about hydrogen water, no go. So guys,